Sometimes the soul craves escape, a break from the city's hum to somewhere time slows down. I felt that pull to Cedar Key, an island town whispered about in reverence, untouched by the rush of modern life. This wasn't about resorts or theme parks, but a journey to the heart of old Florida, where weathered docks and endless skies promise adventure. The drive itself was a shedding of the ordinary, each mile a step closer to salt air and stories carried by the sea. I packed light, ready to meet the people and capture the spirit of a place where history and nature still reign. The promise of Cedar Key was simple: discovery, peace, and a reminder of why we travel at all. Cedar Key's remoteness is its magic. It's not on the way to anywhere, but a destination you must seek. You leave the highways behind, following State Road 24 through pine forests and salt marshes, until the world opens up to the sea. The town sits on a cluster of islands, connected by bridges, protected from development by its very isolation. Here, nature is the main attraction, and the nearest city is over an hour away. Cedar Key has never been a commuter town. It's a self-contained fishing village where life follows the tides. The journey is intentional, and arriving feels like an achievement. There are no flashy signs, just pastel buildings, boats in the harbor, and the endless blue Gulf. You've reached the edge of Florida, where the road ends and the adventure begins. Cedar Key's wild beauty is a world apart from manicured beaches. Here, nature is in charge. The islands are surrounded by a wildlife refuge, home to pelicans, egrets, and roseate spoonbills painting the sky at sunrise. Salt marshes, tidal creeks, and mangroves teem with life, changing with every tide. The air is fresh, scented with marsh and salt, inviting you to slow down and observe. Ancient cedar trees, palms, and oaks draped in Spanish moss create a lush, timeless canopy. At night the stars dazzle, and sunsets set the sky ablaze with color. It's a place to reconnect with the planet's simple, profound beauty. Every moment here restores the soul. Cedar Key is nature's masterpiece, untamed, alive, unforgettable. Cedar Key's soul is rooted in its history, a place once bustling with industry, now quietly resilient. Tucked away on Florida's Gulf Coast, this small island town feels like a living memory, where the echoes of the past still shape the present. The gentle lapping of the tide against weathered docks, the salty breeze drifting through narrow streets, and the slow rhythm of daily life all speak to a time when things moved at a different pace. In the 1800s, Cedar Key was a major port, its streets alive with the clatter of sawmills and the shouts of sailors. Ships from distant ports crowded the harbor, and the railroad connected this outpost to the rest of the country, stretching from the Gulf all the way to the Atlantic. The town thrived on timber, oysters, and the promise of opportunity, drawing workers and dreamers from far and wide. But nature's power is never far away in Florida. The hurricane of 1896 changed everything, unleashing winds and waves that destroyed mills, flattened forests, and swept away much of what had been built. In a single night, the town's fortunes faded, and Cedar Key was forced to reckon with loss and uncertainty. Yet Cedar Key endured. The people here rebuilt, drawing on the strength of community and the enduring beauty of their surroundings. Over time, the town reinvented itself as a haven for fishermen, artists, and those seeking a quieter way of life. Today the docks are busy with shrimp boats and the air is filled with the scent of salt and paint, as creativity and tradition blend seamlessly. The past lingers everywhere you look, in the weathered wooden houses that have stood for generations, in the old cemetery by the sea where moss-draped oaks keep silent watch, and in the wide veranda homes built to catch the sea breeze and the stories of those who came before. Each building, each street corner seems to whisper tales of resilience and hope. The Historical Society Museum brings these stories to life, preserving artifacts and memories for future generations. But you don't need to step inside a museum to feel the weight of history here. It's in the architecture that lines the streets, in the landscape shaped by storms and survival, and in the faces of the people who call Cedar Key home. This living history gives Cedar Key its depth and character. Every porch, every faded sign, every brick in the sidewalk is a testament to the town's ability to adapt and endure. The sense of place here is strong, rooted in both memory and the ongoing story of the community. As you wander these streets, you feel connected to generations before you. The slow pace invites reflection, and the gentle hospitality of locals makes you feel like you belong, even if just for a moment. It's easy to imagine the lives lived here, fishermen returning at dawn, children playing beneath ancient oaks, artists capturing the changing light. The town's respect for its heritage is palpable. Residents work tirelessly to preserve what remains, restoring old homes and sharing stories with newcomers. There's a sense of pride in keeping the spirit of old Florida alive, not just as a memory, but as a living, breathing part of daily life. Here, the past isn't forgotten, it's part of every day. In Cedar Key, history isn't just something you learn about, it's something you feel, woven into the fabric of the town and the hearts of its people. The whispers of old Florida linger in the air, inviting you to listen, to remember, and to become a part of the story. Cedar Key's culture is shaped by the sea, its rhythms, and the ever-changing tides that have defined life here for generations. This small island town, nestled on Florida's Gulf Coast, is a place where the water is never far from view, and the salty breeze is a constant companion. The independent spirit of its people is as enduring as the shoreline itself. Residents here are known for their resourcefulness, their warmth, and their deep-rooted connection to both land and water. Life in Cedar Key follows the ebb and flow of the tides. Fishermen rise before dawn to chase the day's catch, while artists set up their easels to capture the golden morning light as it dances across the water and marshes. Here, everyone moves at nature's pace. The tides dictate when boats can leave the harbor, when clammers can harvest, and even when neighbors gather for a stroll along the shore. There's a gentle patience to daily life, a willingness to let the natural world lead. The town is dotted with vibrant galleries and studios, each one a testament to the creativity that flourishes in this coastal haven. Every piece of art reflects the landscape, the shifting blues of the Gulf, the tangled roots of mangroves, the drama of passing storms, and the serenity of calm waters. Local artists draw inspiration from the sea, the sky, and the resilient community around them. Clamming is central to Cedar Key's identity. After traditional fishing declined, the community turned to aquaculture, and the clam industry began to thrive. Today, Cedar Key is recognized as one of the nation's top suppliers of farm-raised clams. The industry sustains families, providing work for generations and bringing people together on the water and in processing houses. It's a source of pride and a symbol of the town's ability to adapt and endure. Clams fill every menu in town, from simple seafood shacks to cozy restaurants where chefs create dishes that celebrate the flavors of the Gulf. Sharing a meal here is sharing in the story of Cedar Key. Community is everything. People know their neighbors, support local artists and fishermen, and take pride in the small-town bonds that make Cedar Key feel like home. Visitors are welcomed as guests, not tourists. There's a genuine hospitality here, a sense that everyone is part of the same story, even if only passing through. The town's bohemian spirit is alive in its open studios, friendly galleries, and creative gatherings. This spirit is celebrated each year at the annual Arts Festival, when the streets fill with music, color, and laughter, and artists from near and far share their work with the world. The warmth and authenticity of Cedar Key are rare treasures in today's world. Here, people take time to connect, to share stories, and to celebrate the simple joys of island life. Cedar Key is a place where you belong. Whether you've lived here all your life or are just visiting for a weekend, the sunsets are spectacular, and the sense of belonging is even more memorable. Even if you're here just for a while, you'll find yourself drawn into the rhythm of the tides, the creativity of the people, and the welcoming embrace of the community. It's a culture built on resilience, creativity, and a deep respect for the forces of nature. Locals weather storms together, rebuild, and find inspiration in every challenge. In Cedar Key, the connection to the sea is more than a way of life. It's the heart of the community, shaping every story, every tradition, and every new day. Getting to Cedar Key is part of the adventure. One road in, one road out. The nearest airports are in Gainesville, Tampa, or Orlando, but you'll need a car for the final stretch. The drive is a transition, passing through forests and marshes, wildlife often glimpsed along the way. Once in town, ditch the car, walk, bike, or rent a golf cart to explore the compact streets. Every detail invites you to slow down and notice the charm. To truly experience Cedar Key, get out on the water, kayak, or take a boat tour to the surrounding islands. Local guides share the area's secrets, from hidden beaches to playful dolphins. On the water, you'll understand the magic of this remote paradise. Cedar Key rewards the curious with simple, profound pleasures. This is a place where time seems to slow down, inviting you to breathe deeply and let your senses awaken. The salty breeze, the gentle lapping of waves, and the calls of seabirds overhead set the tone for a day of discovery. Wander Dock Street's waterfront, where colorful buildings house galleries, shops, and restaurants on stilts above the water. Each doorway opens to a new story. Local artists display their work, chefs serve up fresh Gulf seafood, and shopkeepers greet you with a smile. The air is filled with the scent of salt and the sound of laughter drifting from open windows. Watch boats come and go, chat with locals, and soak up the relaxed vibe. Here, fishermen haul in the day's catch while visitors linger over coffee or a cold drink, sharing stories and making new friends. The marina is a living postcard where every moment feels unhurried and genuine. Visit the Cedar Key Museum State Park for a blend of history and nature, or stroll the nature trails to the salt marshes. The park's exhibits reveal the island's fascinating past, from ancient shell mounds to the days of pencil factories and steamboats. Outside, the trails wind through marshes teeming with birds and butterflies, offering a peaceful escape into Florida's wild beauty. Kayak winding creeks, explore mangrove islands, or take a boat to Atsena Odi Key to walk among the ruins of the original settlement. Paddling through the mangroves, you might spot dolphins or herons, and on Atsena Odi, the whispers of history linger among the weathered stones and tangled roots. Every adventure here feels like a secret, waiting to be uncovered. Fishing from the piers is a classic pastime. Locals are always ready with a tip or a story. Whether you're a seasoned angler or just trying your luck, the experience is about more than the catch. It's about sharing the moment, learning from those who know the tides, and feeling the gentle rhythm of life by the water. It's not about catching fish, but joining a tradition that sustained the community for generations. The pier becomes a gathering place where wisdom is passed down and laughter echoes over the waves. Here, every cast is a connection to the past and a promise for the future. Here, patience and presence are the real treasures. In the quiet moments, watching the sun dip below the horizon or simply listening to the water, you'll find a sense of peace that's hard to describe, but impossible to forget. Cedar Key offers memories that linger long after you leave. The island's gentle spirit, its welcoming people, and its timeless beauty stay with you, calling you back to explore, to relax, and to discover even more treasures with every visit. Cedar Key's food is a celebration of the sea, especially its famous sweet succulent clams. Every restaurant serves them, in chowder, steamed, fried, or raw on the half shell. Dining is casual and friendly, often on dock street decks overlooking the water. Menus feature fresh Gulf seafood, grouper, shrimp, oysters, plus southern comfort classics like smoked mullet dip. Don't miss a slice of tangy key lime pie for dessert. The bars are laid back, perfect for live music and swapping stories with locals. Eating here is about more than food. It's about community, tradition, and savoring honest flavors in a stunning setting. Each meal connects you to the people and the place. Come hungry and leave with delicious memories. My journey to Cedar Key was a lesson in simplicity, community, and the healing power of nature. In a world obsessed with speed and distraction, places like this are sanctuaries for the soul. I urge you to seek out these hidden gems, turn off the main road and discover what lies beyond. You won't find theme parks, but you'll find genuine connection, new flavors and stories that last a lifetime. Support the storytellers who share these places with the world. They keep the spirit of exploration alive, so pack light, leave expectations behind and set off on your own adventure. The world is full of wonders waiting to be found. The adventure is calling, will you answer?